Good employees don't quit because of the money. We tend to quit after weeks, months, even years of continuous disrespect. We've watched other people that are less competent get promoted before us. We're doing the job of three for the price of one. And we're constantly fixing everyone else's problems but not getting the true recognition for it. So if this is you, you're definitely not alone, because one of the biggest myths are the bad employees are the ones that quit first. That's not true. It's usually us. Because once we realize that our hard work is not getting recognized, we're out that door. In reality, the first people to leave a toxic company are usually the best employees. The ones that show up on time. The one that solves everyone's problems. The employee that volunteers to help, and the employee that actually cares about their work. So in today's video, I'm going to discuss the 4 signs that good employees decide it's time to leave, because once you start noticing these signs, it's hard to pass up. So even if you're experiencing even one of these, you may understand exactly why talented employees quietly walk away. Hi, I'm Andrew and I worked in corporate America as a recruiter for 10 years, and I'm trusted by over 145,000 professionals across all social platforms, so be sure to join the community. Okay, so the first sign is that your hard work now becomes expected. Your manager used to thank you. Your coworkers used to actually appreciate you. People tell you how valuable you are and all of the things that you actually bring to the workplace. Then it's like you notice a change overnight. Now your extra effort now stops being viewed as extra and it's expected. You stayed late once, now everyone is expecting you to stay late every single day. You give one favor to your coworker, now they want you to do their daily tasks every single day. You said yes to a task, knowing that you have full capacity, now you're expected to do that task every single day. Now it's almost like everyone's single problems, issues, or concern is now being piled on your desk, and you're expected to complete every single situation. And the more reliable you are, the more responsibilities you're expected to take on. And here's the catch. It's not like you get an extra pay. It's not like you're actually getting a bump in your title. It's almost like they rewritten your whole entire job description. And it's up to you to figure it out. And you will think that more responsibilities means you're getting more opportunities. And that's not always the case. Good employees don't always leave when we're overwhelmed. We tend to leave when we understand that we're not being rewarded for actually more compensation. We're being rewarded with more work. And that's actually called performance punishment, where instead of getting a raise, a bonus, or actually something that's worth monetary gain, you're getting promoted with more opportunities in the form of work. More tasks, more assignments, and more projects that they're expecting you to excel at. And now this is when you start to ask yourself this question. Am I going above and beyond for no reason? Do they even truly value what I bring to the table or to this company? And this first sign usually sets the seed of doubt and the seed of you actually making your way out of that company. Now the second sign is less qualified people actually getting moved ahead. And this one hurts a lot. Imagine that you put in the hours, you put in the dedication, you put in the support, only to watch a less competent employee of yours, well, coworker of yours, get promoted above you. They show up late. They bring nothing to these meetings. It's almost like they were hired just to sit around and collect a paycheck. Meanwhile, you help your team. You're constantly outperforming. You probably have great performance reviews. Whenever something goes left in the workplace, they're calling you to fix it. But when something goes right in the workplace, this particular coworker is getting all of the credit. And nothing is more painful than when it's promotion season to watch someone that actually did nothing get all of the fruits of your labor. And the only thing that you left with is, hey, well, we got you next time, or maybe next season, or we value you here, however it's not being shown in the form of a pay. And the part that no one truly says out loud is, sometimes you actually helped this particular coworker get ahead in the workplace. And listen, I get it, promotions, especially in corporate America, aren't always fair. Sometimes these promotions are due to nepotism, favoritism, or simply connections that people are making along the way. And this is where many good employees tend to struggle, because for most of us, we believe that our hard work should speak for itself, that one day we'll truly get noticed for all of the things that we're doing for this particular company. And sign number 2 is where many employees tend to reach their breaking point. Because we have to understand something, visibility matters, And this is exactly why I created the Workplace Power Protection Manual. You need to always document your wins, your accomplishments, and your impact. Because people like to play very dense in the workplace and act like they don't know what you're doing. However, once everything is in writing, weekly updates on what you got going on, that's another sign or another form of documentation that you need to make sure that you're getting the promotion, the raise, and the bonuses that you truly deserve. Because most good employees, we don't actually expect special treatment. We just want to be treated fairly, and we want to be fairly compensated for all of the hard work that we're bringing to most of these organizations. So ask yourself, were you passed up on a role that you know that you truly deserved in the workplace? I want to know. Drop your comments in the comments. And the third sign is that you're no longer growing, and I call this the stagnation phrase in your career. Think about it. At your first year, your first month, or even your first week at this job, everything felt new. It felt fresh. You were so eager to learn new things, meet new people, try new processes that you never tried before. Because at this point in your career, you're developing skills. You're actually gaining your confidence. Then weeks pass, months pass, years pass, and everything starts to feel the same. You see the same people every day. You're doing the same thing every day. It's almost like you became a new version of AI or just simply a robot. And here's the thing. When you're a good employee, you're also a good person that's probably also very ambitious and you want more out of life. And if you could do your job 10 times over with your eyes closed and backwards, that means that you're no longer growing in your role. You're having the same meetings, the same projects, the same opportunities. It's almost like you're psychic and you can repeat exactly what these people are saying in these meetings. It's like a record player on repeat and it's not even your favorite song. Nothing challenges you anymore, and some people mistake comfort for stability, not knowing that comfort could actually cost you bigger opportunities, a bigger check, a bigger bag, and more responsibilities at a better company. And this is where many good employees realize something very important. If you're not growing within your role, that means you need to grow outside into a better role. And once you stop growing, it's almost like your market value starts to decline. The workplace tends to change, technology changes, industry changes, and employees who stop learning find themselves stuck at a job for years. Or even worse, you're less likely to get discovered by future or better opportunities. And that's why some of the most successful professionals leave a job they actually like. Not because they're unhappy, it's because they stop growing. Sign number 4, your mind has already left. And I like to call this the mental checkout. And this is usually the final sign or the most obvious. This is where you spend more time scrolling on LinkedIn, or you spend more time on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube just to find ways to make the day pass. You used to spend time with your coworkers, do group lunches, go out and have some drinks, but now you spend most of your time either having lunch at your desk or in your car. And trust me, I was definitely a fan, and I'm very familiar with the car lunches. You start watching career videos, just like this one, and you want to find ways to elevate outside of your current role. You're not being mentally stimulated. It's no different than being in a relationship, right? That was once passionate and full of love and support, and now it just feels very routine. Now you're starting to imagine what would life be like elsewhere. And those recruiters that used to be in your inbox that you used to ignore when you were happy about your current role, you start doubling back. What do they really want? I want to set up an interview. Let's have a further discussion. You also find yourself daydreaming these meetings, not because you're lazy, it's because you could care less. You already know what the outcome is. You could predict what people are going to say next. And you could do your job with your shoes tied and uncrossed. So there's no need to have any input. There's no need to add any sort of extra value or energy to these meetings. Because in your mind, you're already exploring the next chapter in your life and in your career. And most people tend to believe that quitting starts with the resignation letter. No, it started weeks, months, or even years before. It started when the excitement disappeared, when your hope disappeared, when you filed those complaints or raised your grievances and nothing was done. It started when your curiosity about the future became more powerful than your current commitment to the present. And once this shift happens, it's almost like employees start to notice things that they previously ignored. The lack of growth, the disrespect, the lack of opportunities or real support at your current workplace. Because now you're looking at your organization with different color lenses. And not as someone that's still building a future there, but someone that's asking, do I even belong? Now, here's what I want to make clear. If you're noticing these signs, that doesn't automatically mean you're willing to quit tomorrow. But every job has its frustration moments. Every workplace has its challenges. And sometimes the answer isn't leaving, it's about having a conversation, or setting boundaries, or even asking for opportunities that were never requested. But if you're experiencing these 4 signs over a long period of time, if your hard work is expected, if opportunities keep passing you by, if you stop growing, or if you're even mentally checked out, you don't have a motivation problem, you have an outgrown your environment problem. Because the goal isn't to stay loyal to a company forever. If they no longer serve you, you gotta go about your business. Because there's a company that will love to have you, will value you, and will pay you what you truly deserve. So if you're noticing any of these signs, once again, let me know your experience down in the comments. I wanna know. And if you enjoy these conversations, make sure to subscribe, because there's more to come.